Holy crap, that ending. This show is fucking going for it, ain't it? Was not expecting that, but we are getting ahead of ourselves. Hello everyone, welcome to Build Divide episode 3. I apologize for being a little late on this one. I was in the city over the weekend attending the Legacy Cup over at Silk Road Gaming. A very fun event, very happy to get out and play card games again, and of course, it wasn't $60 a tournament. So yeah, no, but we are here to talk about Build Divide. Why? Because the big nor'easter that is going to destroy the New York area is here, and if I live to do another video, that will be a great happy moment. But for now, we're just going to talk about the episode. So yeah, this episode opens with a very fun, interesting little idea. And that is, as our three characters, Teruto, that's right, I'm finally remembering his name because I said it every goddamn 3 minutes in this, are going to a building overrun by a group of Build Divide players, and they go and explain how these people are awful, and they're jerks, and they're doing bad things. So your assumption is Teruto's going and kick ass, only to find out the ass kicking has already been done, which is quite funny, and also a good way to establish the new character of the day, who we'll get to in a minute. But I really like that opening. It's fun, it's different, and maybe kind of hinting to something we see at the end about how maybe this show's world building isn't quite what it seems. We'll get there. Then the OP plays, which is growing on me. But then we focus on the next day, where our heroes are at a, I guess, Build Divide rally tournament thing. It wasn't really established what was going on, just there's a bunch of people, and the news is all like, why do you play Build Divide? To get my kid into a good kindergarten, to get a grant from my university, so I can stop being an incel and have friends and not notice my impending doom of not being able to find a romantic partner. Oh wait, that one's just me. Yeah, I know, so they're doing this Build Divide thing, and what's sort of interesting here, and this gets established in the episode, the card game is not necessarily being represented in a positive light. So far, in the few episodes we've had, it's kind of been established that, like, people use it to do shitty things. They're using it to hurt each other, to get supremacy over each other. It's not the usual, isn't it fun? Aren't we having a great old time? And even though, yes, a lot of people do take issues with how seriously some of these shows take their card games, this one is doing it in such a fun, unique way to fit its own identity that I kind of appreciate it. The game here is a means to an end. Will this mean that as we go forward, characters will be like, no, we can enjoy this and we shouldn't take it so seriously, or will it continue down this path? I'm genuinely curious. But yeah, no, so then our main character being the strange, aloof, his personality kind of changes minute to minute, it's getting kind of annoying, is then like, bread. And that's when the interview scene happens. I just wanted to mention the bread thing. It's interesting that that's the running gag they went with. I'm kind of okay with it, though. So then when he says he just wants to eat bread, the other people grab him and pull him back into the crowd. Then our character of the day, or I guess he's also a main character, the sort of best friend male dude who's here to round out our quadruple set of main characters. So I guess square out? I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, he shows up, pulls him out of the group, brings him around town, and is like, hey, I'm a nice guy, I'm a justice bringer, and there's totally gonna be yaoi fan fiction of the two of us, just you wait, my dude. And then Teruto is like, come with me, there's another bakery, and I guess they hung out all day? Because it looked like they got to this place in the morning, and suddenly it's night, and they're at the guy's tent. Fuck it looks pretty, so it's okay. While that's going on, they abandon little redhead girl, because I have a feeling she might just end up getting forgotten a lot in this show, and our main girl goes, and she meets up with the sort of standard blonde hat-wearing trickster. You've seen a lot of these kinds of anime. Not that I'm against it, but that is a trope in these. And when she meets him, I like that little scene of the way she figures out it's him is that he doesn't have stats that comes up when she uses her, like, contact things. That's a neat little piece of including different plot points and aspects of the world that I quite like. Then he orders, gets his parfait. I like that he takes a, like, picture of his parfait with, like, a really old-looking camera. I don't know, it's a fun idea, like this kind of like technology rejecting guy. That's pretty neat. Goes to hand her a piece of paper, and she can't grab it. She's either a hologram or fading in and out of reality. They also brought up magic in this episode. A little strange, don't you think? That the world building here is kind of out there, a little weird, doesn't really form anything cohesive, does it? Nah, it can't mean anything. It's clearly just card game world silliness. Gotta make the card game the world revolving factor here. Am I right, folks? Yeah, so anyways, then him and best friend dude leave on the note of, we're gonna be best friends forever. Oh, I want to fuck you so hard. I want to fuck you so hard. No, wait. I'm reading the YouTube comments under AMVs that have already popped up. My apologies. Yeah, so then we get an interesting little thing, and that is our main girl calls him and either blackmails him or offers him something. They don't tell you. And I like that by the end of the episode, they still haven't told you. Like, she's off doing her own thing. We'll get there eventually, but this character is doing interesting shit, and the show knows they're doing interesting shit, so they ain't gonna spoon feed you anything. You're gotta be in it for the long haul to see what's going on here. But yeah, she says something to this guy in relation to siblings. Well, again, we don't learn what that means. We don't need to know right away. Why are they in body bags? Are they dead? Are they alive? Are they being held somewhere? We get that this guy has a very strong moral compass and wants to do justice. This is actually also very clever because by establishing the idea that there just are absolute good people in this world, there are people who are morally upright, who want to do the right thing, who will do whatever it takes. So then when you show the girl character being kind of mischievous, maybe up to something, has her own agenda, it kind of makes it feel more impactful. It means something to see someone do something a little douchey when you know that people do good things in this world. So then the next day, they of course have their big game of Build Divide. I really like it when the arena comes up and you see the big like dragon in the back. Man, this show is stylish. But yeah, no, they have their big card fight, and of course, naturally, our MC wins. And again, the whole time I'm expecting he's going to give his sad backstory, and she's going to explain why she did it. No, they just don't. Like, they just go through the card fight. It's a fun game. And I'm starting to learn how the game works, which is always a good sign. And then at the end, our main character wins. He gets 4 more chips, says that, what's the point of playing unless you bet all the way? And he can get away with this because he doesn't have a strong personality, so what is even the point in trying to keep track of it? And then at the end of the episode, the guy's like, you're alright. And then the ending happens when Teruto is just like, if you don't like the city, why don't you leave? And they all just look at him like it's the most obvious factor in the world. Great way to establish how everyone knows. And they're just like, there's nothing out there. No, turns out Neo Kyoto is it. The whole world is this one city. And then credits roll, or did the credits not roll there? I don't know. It's only been a few minutes, but the sound of the storm kind of got me a little confused. But essentially, just what we find out is that the dude is like working with this little albino girl, and that design is really cool. I dig that design a lot. Who's got a little stuffed animal of Teruto, so they seem to know who he is, and he's here, and something's gonna happen because of that. And then we find out after the credits roll. Oh, wait, I said all this already. I'm so just in disbelief this happened. This is a great idea. By making it that, like, the world is fake or something has happened to the world, it's just something fucking insane is going on. You can do anything. You can have any world building you want. We're not in normal, boring Japan with normal, boring Japanese high school students. Something fucking weird is going on, and Teruto's probably here to do something about it. That's really cool and interesting, and it just opens the door to so much crazy shit you can do. I really appreciate the idea, and I really want to know where it's going from here. I love how playful it was presented to us, and I just like that visual of just like nothingness outside of Neo Kyoto. It's clever, it's fun, and I am digging this show quite a bit. Even if Teruto doesn't really do anything for me. But what did you think about this episode? In the comment section below, give me your thoughts on this episode of Build Divide. What do you think this could mean going forward, that we're in a fake world? Are you already making yaoi fan art of these two? They're very pretty looking, so I can see it happening. No judgment here. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me to see if we all survive the giant-ass storm happening outside.